Hello, everybody, wherever you may be, from coast to coast and sea to shining and sea. Welcome back to Ham Radio Live, where the world comes to talk radio. Today, amateur extra questions, an International Space Station contact, and more. From around the world, welcome back to the show.
Do you remember back in old LA? Oh, when everybody drove a Chevrolet. Oh, whatever happened to the boy next door? The suntan crew cut all American mail. Remember dancing at the high school hop? Oh, dress I ruined with the soda pop. Oh, I didn't recognize the girl next door. The beat up sneakers and the ponytail. Beach baby, give me your hand. Give me something that I can remember. Just like before, we could walk by the shore in the moonlight.
One-hit wonder for First Class.
Beach baby.
It was 1974 when this song came out. The band was actually only together for 2 years. It was 74 and 76. And they came out with a big hit their very first year with Beach Baby, coming back from 1974. Hi, everybody. It's One Hit Wonder Week here on Ham Radio Live. We're grateful you're part of the show. Today is Wednesday, August 24th, 2022. And from around the world, away we go. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Shack in Oregon. My name's Larry. My call sign in amateur radio's Kilo 7 Hotel November. A happy hump day to you wherever you may be in the world. Starting a little late. You know, when there's DX, you got to work it because this is there, right? So if you want to work something, if you want to hear it, you can maybe be able to hear it pretty well. There is right now Switzerland coming in, Hotel Bravo 9, Tango Whiskey Yankee on 17. There's your free spot. Yep. Right there. Hey, if you're here from the WRMI CQ Calling Show on Shortwave Radio, we'd like to welcome you. A little longer version of that show by about 3 or 4 times, but we're grateful you're here. Here's the times and frequencies worldwide for the show. It's powered by Icom. Icom for the love of ham radio. And if you hear it on the airwaves, you get a QSL card right in your email. Don't have to go down to the mailbox. Don't need to worry about that. I'll just drop it right in your email box. Got to give me some show elements and what you heard and so forth, and we'll make sure and send you an EQSL card if everything matches, all right? We want to help you get your license as well. That's really a big deal. And, you know, not only that, but licensing up too. Both are really important. But if you aren't licensed yet and you've thought about getting into amateur radio, this is a great time to do it. Could be the time of your life. We're in the middle of a solar cycle that's coming up very rapidly, and it could be historic. I mean, like in a good way, where you can contact people from the comfort of your home and speak to them around the world, like I just made a call to Switzerland a few moments ago. Contact someone like the American Radio Relay League, www.arrl.org. Hit the contact us bar. They'll send you an email back with an amateur radio club close to you. Pretty simple, my friends. Want to email me? Feel free to reach out. cqhamradiolive@gmail.com, and a fun Discord community that I'm very honored to be a small part of here. It's at ham-radio-live. I'll put a link in the description section below. Your weather today is powered by Icom. Icom for the love of ham radio. And there have been some little changes here and there. I'm excited to share those with you. On the back side of the sun, 3087 is coming around at about 7 o'clock, and it looks pretty large. That could be a big sunspot region, and 3086 looks like it might be an active region. Those three right there, 3085, 86, and 87, plus a new one coming around 10 o'clock on the sun in that red square, that could really help us this week. So we may not see those declining SFIs as I thought we would on Sunday. Here's a little look at your magnetometer view of the sun as everything kind of disappears and runs away. And here is the coronal hole map. As you can see, 18 is facing us, 17 as well, although it looks kind of like a Dalmatian dog there, kind of, but there it is facing Earth. 3 days of geomagnetic activity, really active, as you can see, on Monday, and then yesterday it slowed down and it calmed way down to below a sea level flare, and now we're kind of at a baseline where we're getting back up towards the sea line, which is great conditions. News according to solarham.net, it looks like 3085 in the northern hemisphere towards the center disk is getting kind of active. That's 3085 at the top. Kind of looks like they're having a thunderstorm there. That's been kind of active. So expect maybe some C flare, and possibly there's about a 25% chance of an M flare from that sunspot region. Current conditions, SFI still above 100. It's at 101. Sunspot number is at 52. Your area number is 380. KP index, quiet, nice and quiet. Finally, good conditions to work the bands below 30 meters. So, 40 and 80 and 160, much quieter conditions today. KP index is K1. That's great. Low noise floors, barely perceptible. And if it hadn't been that low, I probably would not have made the call to Switzerland. Hemispheric power, there is exactly the same amount of energy from the sun coming to the north and the southern hemisphere currently. And the solar wind currently 507.3 kilometers per second. That's thanks to these coronal holes that are facing Earth right now. Our interplanetary hello, Larry's starting over again. Your interplanetary magnetic field. Say that 3 times fast. Yeah, it's positive. That's good. 1.34 when this was written. And according to QRZ, even better now. 1.5 positive, which is great. SFI again, 101. Solar number 46. A index is at 4. K is 1. That's very quiet. HF conditions are showing right there. Earlier today, we had some 6-meter E-skip. Look for it. May be available for you. Current Kilo Charlie 2 golf map. I want to hurry and get to this segment before it was way too old. Yep. Up in Alaska, right now, Fairbanks is at 15 megahertz. Anchorage at 16, right along the U.S.-Canadian border. In the west, about 19 megahertz, so 17-meter band in places like British Columbia and Ontario. Good conditions there. If you're heading towards the Great Lakes, 18 megahertz. If you're north of that line, you'll be on 17. But for the most part, I think most of Canada right now should be on 17 meters. South, down towards California, in the Southern California area, around Los Angeles, 22 megahertz. New England now at 20, and the Panhandle of Florida also 20 megahertz. South America, 26 North Brazil, 23 Sao Paulo. Heading towards Africa, things have everything there. Northern part near the Sahara, 10 meters. Go back towards the center of the country. It's just kind of a 10-meter plethora from the north to the mid-latitudes of Africa, and heading down towards where Winan is, about 7 megahertz, 11 right now in Cape Town. In Europe right now, 20 megahertz, Great Britain, 24 France, 22 Germany, 26 in Sicily. So, that 10-meter band just is not coming very much farther north at sunset there. And you look at Europe, they're right now at sunset, and 10 meters is still south in Africa. So hopefully we'll get 10 meters back someday soon. If you go to the Far East towards Tokyo, 11 megahertz, and in Australia, for the most part, they're all on, look at that, 14 megahertz. So the 20-meter band still open all the way in Australia right now. Good conditions right now for you. Let's take a look at your forecast. Your ham and shortwave forecast for today, powered by Icom. Icom, for the love of ham radio. SFI is stable near 100 for the rest of the week. And we may be building up a little bit more as we maybe get a few more sunspot regions, but at least a 100 baseline. Low noise floors as well. That's good for making DX calls. Voice bands 20, 17, 15, and you'll get 12 and 10 south of about 30 degrees here in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the mid-latitudes, you get everything. 20, 17, 15, 12, and 10. Southern hemisphere, 20, 17, 15, 12, and the 10-meter band if you're north of 30 degrees south in the southern hemisphere. Data modes were great. 30 to 15 all latitudes. Northern hemisphere, 30 to 10 meters available late afternoon here in the north. Nighttime ham bands, low noise floors, great low noise floors, S0 to S1 the next few days. So great conditions for you. Nighttime ham band openings, 160, 80, 60, 40, 30. Best EX, maximum usable frequency at sunset, but work 20 meters anyway because it's there and it will work a good DX. Shortwave band, folks, 31, 25, 22, and 19 meters. Shortwave nighttime tonight, low noise floors, nighttime bands open 120, 90, 75, 60, 49, 41, 31, 25, 22. And the 19-meter band still open about 60 minutes after sunset, and your signals will fade away. Good day today. I would rank it about a 5 to a 6. We've got good conditions overall. This is not bad in terms of our conditions. We just need more SFI. Welcome to the show. Happy Hump Day. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. Nice to see you. Missed you yesterday. Had a nice little time at the beach. There's the 4 of us. Of course, Miley and Jasper, they are not, Miley does not just have one eye there. It's just that she got, the wind was blowing pretty hard yesterday, so it was a lot of fun for her. Had a nice time with Karen yesterday at the beach, so enjoyed a little day off. We do have a topic question for you today. Are you interested in working super high frequencies? With the new Icom 905 radio, right? It's going to be VHF, UHF plus SHF. That's a huge addition with frequencies that we don't currently have on most amateur radios. Are you interested in going up that high? Let me know and we'll make it part of today's show. Let's find out who's first, second, and third in the show today.
Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know who's on third.
First up, from Ringgold, Georgia, that's time number 4, Avery, Kilo 4, Victor, Romeo, Yankee. Welcome to the show. That was loose. Oh my. Sorry about that. That should come in a lot hotter than that. Avery, welcome. Happy update to you. Happy Wednesday to you in Georgia. I hope everything's going well. You came in first. You did it. Well done. Kevin O'Doublehand, barely missed out. Welcome to you, my friend. A very happy Wednesday night there to you in Ireland. Thanks, Kev. Sorry for shaking the camera. Don't mean to. Daniel's here from New Hampshire. Hi, Daniel. A very good day to you. Happy hump day there in New Hampshire. Martin joins us from Holland. Pop Echo 910 going to golf. Hi, Martin. Good day to you, mate. And there's Charlie from Red Summit RF. Hi, Charlie. November 7, Juliet Victor. Good day to you, Charlie. Man, my voice sounds gravelly. Just a little gravelly voice today. Not sure why. Anyway, Charlie, welcome. It's good to see you today. I hope things are cooling down for you in Arizona. Wicked loud one. That's Tony on the East Coast of North America. Hi, Tony. Welcome. Nice group today. Anton, Papa Charlie 4 Alpha Delta. Holland is coming in big right now. Welcome, Anton. Ron Walensky, November 8 Whiskey Charlie Romeo, Monroe, Washington's here. Hi, Ron. Nice to have you. Always a good show when Ron's here. Eamon Azar, November 9 Sierra Echo Sierra is here. Hi, Eamon. Very happy day to you and your family. I hope things are well. William Myers in Wisconsin, Kilo Alpha 8 Golf India Mike has joined the show. Welcome to you. And Red Summer F. Charlie says, still hanging near the Mar-a-Lago mansion, but heading home today. Wow. I'd love to see that. I really would. I would love to see that. I realized I was out doing some antenna work before the show. And I was telling Bob, I said, just a few feet makes a big difference. Because we have a new landscaper, I had kind of brought the antenna down a little bit in the back. Well, today it went back up again. And it was just kind of like, oh no, we're just kind of fighting a little bit. We got it all done, but just fighting a little with the wind, but we got it done. I would love to see that. Charlie, we got to talk. Seriously, I would love to know more. I think what they did to him was a crime. I really do. They're looking for anything they can to stop the freight train of Trump. And that's too bad, in my opinion. Because, be fair with everyone, right? That's the honest truth. Be fair to everyone. I think the world would be a better place. William Myers is first thumbs up, that is. Hope to see a lot more thumbs up. Thanks. That's nice. Hi, Ken. Welcome. Only for a short while. Kilo 4 Hotel Yankee Victor has joined us. Hi, Ken. Happy hump day to you. Love hump day time. Let's see. Avery is check it out with Charlie. Having some time there with him. Ron, we're going to feature some good stuff. I want to thank you for sending me the video you did. This is good. This is really good. You'll like this. Victor Alpha 3 Foxtrot Union Charlie sent me a really nice video of what their amateur radio club did with the International Space Station. They got an astronaut, and what they did was similar to what Lloyd Farrington did at the school there for the deaf, right? Over in the UK that we featured, about 8-9 months ago now. Lloyd's a neat guy. I like Lloyd. Mike 5, Lima, Delta, Foxtrot. I probably am having that wrong. But anyway, he did the same thing. They had children asking astronauts questions. And we have a clip from Ron's club letting kids talk to the astronaut. And that was so cool. Seriously, I hope you like that. I thought it was heartwarming. Some of those questions that children asked. How fast does a rocket go? Is it hard to go to the bathroom? Things like that. It was just so doggone good. I loved it. Aaron Lutz from Canada joins us. Victor Echo 5 Lima Golf. Hello to you, my friend. Happy hump day. Winan joins us all the way from Africa. Hi, Winan, welcome. Victor 5-1 Whiskey in the continent of Africa. He is there in Namibia. Colin joins us. Sorry, that's Chris. 2 Echo 0 Union Kilo Hotel. Hello, my friend. Now, he may have interest in SHF. He likes VHF, UHF, so he may have some interest. Let us know in the topic question today. Do you have interest in working the super high frequencies that the Icom 905 is looking to run? That'd be interesting to find out. John Hummel Newell, Saskatchewan is here. Victor Echo 5 Juliet Hotel November. Welcome, John. Nice to see you today. It's a nice group. It's a very good day to spend some time with you. And how was the beach? The beach was doggone fun. It was. Look at that beautiful weather. In fact, where I took Karen, I went to the place where I worked the radio the last 2 times to the coast, right? And she was like, I've never been here. Gosh, I like this beach a lot. And the whole way home, she was saying, why don't we go to that beach more often? I think it's just a lot of fun. It's a beautiful beach. Because Larry would probably want to bring his radio with him, and it wouldn't be as much fun for you. Roger McKeon and Molly, Spokane Valley, Washington. Kilo Juliet 7, Lima X-Ray, and Molly is K9. Welcome, Ty. Welcome, guys. Nice to have you both. Wow, what a good time today we're going to have. Hope you enjoy. A lot of fun. Amateur extra ticket license for people that want a license to the top level. Plus, we'll have a great segment on calls made to the International Space Station. And I've got a little snippet of a segment I have for you regarding the Sony ICF 6800w. Hope you like it. We're going to look at that radio. We talked about it briefly last time, and I hope you like the little show with that. Hope it'll be fun. Kevin, Mike Zero, Mike Charlie Lima, anyone here have any experience with a Hustler 4-BTV? Looking at this as a good option for a smallish garden that can be self-supporting with no guying. Nice comment. You know, I wish if you were talking guy wires, I love the Buddy Hex. That's what I just pulled up another like 3 feet out of. It's so cool because you got directionality. And it's just, Kevin, if you do that, everything is going to be off the table. You'll get no more verticals, no more You're going to want that antenna because it works. It really does. But it's going to be about, 11 feet around too. So that's a large area for a small garden. Callum makes a nice antenna series there in the UK from DX Commander. One of his should be good, but again, guy wiring might be an issue. I get the point. So maybe something to look at there in your home country. Colin's a good guy. I'm sorry, Callum. Callum. Okay. Call him Callum. He's a good guy. And I bet he'd have something that would help you. Kevin, on the super high frequency question, not for me, or should I say not for me at the moment. Nice comment. That is nice. Because we're talking SHF, right? You're talking about, first of all, lower power. So you're going to have a gain antenna to really direct the antenna signal in one direction. It will help to bring more strength of the signal that way. But you have to be really careful. You have to make sure you're pointing the antenna and using it the proper way. You could do a lot with it, even at the 10 gig frequency, that 1/2 a watt. I just think of the guys that might be up there like on 10 gigs after the radio comes out, right? And they're like listening, and they're listening, and they're listening. Hams are really very fastidious people. They will listen forever to find a signal, and they're good at it too. I just think it's kind of a neat thing what they're doing. Richard, he's a first timer. Welcome, Richard. That's so awesome. Kilo 6 Romeo Delta Juliet, the trucking ham, mobile in South Dakota. Richard, my name's Larry. It's an honor to have you here on Ham Radio Live today. Thank you for being here. Let's see, Anton, topic question. The SHF can be interesting to experiment on. It's easy to make a collinear antenna for those frequencies. There you go. You don't have to buy one. You could make your antenna. That's pretty cool. Anton, thank you again. That's nice. See, we don't really talk about these frequencies because there's not been any radios to do it. Look at this. Another first timer. This is a big deal. This is I'm going to say it wrong. Jose Arnaldo Rivera. Welcome, Jose. Kilo Papa Ford Juliet Romeo Sierra. Good afternoon, Jose. Happy Wednesday to you and your family. My name's Larry. It's nice to meet you today. Aaron Lutz, I'm interested in the SHF frequencies. Currently, it'd be one for experimental uses, and I agree with you. I 100% agree. That's experimental now, right? Because we're not using those frequencies on a regular basis. And if there's only one radio that does them, right, makes it more difficult. But it's interesting to think about that. For experimental purposes, how fun would that be? Aaron, Victor Echo 5 Lima Golf, thank you. He said, but I foresee new birds using them as I'm in the boonies. Birds are growing interest of mine. Yeah, there's a lot you can do with this radio. a lot. And because it also has, the VHF and UHF frequencies, you're still doing fine. 10 watts available on 2 meters, which is great. Coming in from Bahrain, that would be Tom, and Tom's music is here. Tom. Tom, there you go, buddy. Tom Poyer, he's a dual license guy in Maine, here in the States, Alpha Echo 1 Tango Papa, Bahrain, Alpha 92 Golf Whiskey. Tom, it's great to see you. Thanks for coming tonight. No, it's late. Thanks for being here. Stay as long as you want, but keep your shoes off the furniture, please. Okay. Steve Hopley, welcome. The UK Golf 4 Yankee Tango Kilo. Good evening. Keep talking. I'm about to fetch a beer from the fridge. And Steve, I know that the show actually gets to be funny when you've had a little bit more to drink. So there you go. No! It's nice to have you, Steve. Thanks for coming back. Let's see. I think we got everybody. Here's Chris. There we go. I would be interested in super high frequencies if there was someone there. It's a lot of money to spend. It is to be like the first one or one of the first ones to adopt it, right? If you're one of the first on. Because literally you would be waiting for so long for someone to come back, right? But then once people start to buy the radio, and there seems to be a lot of interest in it, it'd be interesting to see how well it would go. Chris, thanks for your comment. Thank you. There's a UHF, VHF guy right there. He does that. So that's very interesting to me. Wine in Africa, I sure like to work SHF, especially Oscar 100 and maybe some EME. That would be cool, right? Man, you could do that with that antenna. Just how the antenna, the 905, works some boom bounce, whatever. Anyway, it's nice to have you, Wayne. Thanks a lot for your comment. That's nice. Tom said that 6800W sold for $370. Really? Wow. A lot of money. Coastal Waves and Wire. Love the Loop t-shirt. I've got mine with me here in Poland. There we go. Thanks, mate. Of the radio station shirts I collect, I think this one's one of my favorite. I remember the Loop when it was so big. It's good stuff. Andy Cowley, 2 Echo 0 Romeo Echo Echo. Welcome from UK. It's a nice group today here in the show. Hope you enjoyed today's show. And Ron, see you later. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping by to say hello. Let's see. Martin, Pop Echo 9 Tango Indy Golf. This is interesting. His comment. Super high frequency, another rabbit hole, right? Yeah, because we talked about the rabbit holes of amateur radio, digital modes, radio teletype. You can get this Morse code. You can do sideband, carrier mode with AM or FM. And you could do, VHF, UHF, and now SHF coming. Another rabbit hole to work on. Martin, thank you. Yep. Winan is busy working on a 1.2 gigahertz collinear couple coax. He plans to do something, plans on net. That'll be cool. Aaron, his 4 Bravo, his Hustler antenna, is a great antenna. Once I got it tuned, it was amazing. Takes power well, too. I have 24 20-foot radios, and it works fantastic. Thank you, Aaron. There you go. Little stuff on the Hustler antenna there. Welcome, Andre. Good to have you back. Delta Lima 4 Quebec Bravo. Germany is in the house. Hi, Andre. Man. 4 continents now. I'm honored to be part of the show, guys. Let's take a quick look before we go into Ham Bites today at your ham radio news. This is current information, both in the States as well as overseas in the UK. The American Radio Relay League welcomes a new director of information technology. His name is Steve Barry, November 1 Echo Zulu. He's got 35 years of a career in IT software development within a wide range of environments, from firmware to Unix device drivers and application development. He worked for AT&T Bell Labs, now known as Nokia Bell Labs, as a network consultant. He's a brilliant dude. November 1 Echo Zulu, brand new. Welcome to him, to the Director of Information Technology for the ARL. That's neat. Welcome, Steve. Also, the American Radio Relay League has published its 2021 annual report. The report summarizes the American Radio Relay League's program and fiscal activity for the year. If you'd like to look at this information, you'll find this on the ARRL news site. From Great Britain, sponsoring young contesters, the CDXC and the RSGB are pleased to announce their joint sponsorship of one of the youth teams at the World Radio Sport Team Championships. That's cool. Championship is due to take place in Bologna, Italy in July of 23. Jamie Williams, Mike Zero, Sierra Delta Victor, and Philip Springer, Delta Kilo 6, Sierra Papa, will form Youth Team 2 and will be the team jointly sponsored by CDXC and the RSGB. That's pretty cool stuff, helping kids to get into contesting. Also, an 8-year-old spoke to the International Space Station. That's neat. It happened on the 16th of August. BBC TV spoke to 8-year-old Isabella about her contact with a NASA astronaut on the International Space Station. On the 2nd of August, Isabella used her dad's call sign, Mike Zero, Lima Mike Kilo, to make a supervised contact with the ISS amateur station. She's a member of the Hilderstone Radio Society and been involved in several amateur radio events and is working towards her own amateur radio license. That's doggone great. Well done. And by the way, if you want to see that clip of her working the ISS, it's currently available on the BBC iPlayer. Find this at the Radio Society of Great Britain news site. That's a good one right there. Also, this weekend, British Inland Waterways on the Air weekend. Yep. It's going to be so doggone much fun. 27th and the 29th of August. It's going to be a great event this weekend. It's open to all amateurs who are boaters, cyclists, walkers, and other users of the canals, rivers, towpaths, and riverbanks for work or recreation. Even lakes and reservoirs that are used for recreation classify as an inland waterway. So there are many places for activating. This is kind of like Parks on the Air in the RSGB. If you'd like to do this, find out more. Really, take a time and work. Primary band's going to be 40 meters and 2 meters. If this is interesting, find this information on the Radio Society of Great Britain website. Okay? That'll be fun. Lots of stuff going on in the UK, right? Lots of stuff. Today's topic question, are you interested in working the super HF frequencies that the Icom 905 will do? Love to find out your comment. We'll make it part of the show. Steve in UK, I have a DX Commander, small pole, concreted in the ground and slotted inside the DX Commander about 2 feet. Just guide at 3 feet. Any winds above 40 miles per hour, I can take it down. Just 1 minute. Happy to email pictures. Steve, that's great. Thank you. Golf 4, Yankee Tango Kilo. Mine's been up over 2 years now. And as some of you know, it sits on 2 plates, regular, plates that you'd have in your kitchen that are upside down. Just sits right in the top of the center one. So there's a big plate on the outside, a small solid plate that fits in the big plate on the next level, and the DX Commander base sits right on top of it. Then it's guyed in 6 places. So every 90 degrees, there's another guy wire. And it's been up for 2 years now. Works brilliantly. Great antenna. Really is. Let's see. Let's go with Ron in Canada. Victor Alpha 3 Foxtrot Union Charlie. Ham radio. She way too many rabbit holes. That's true. That's true. Anton, TTQ, more bandwidth. Think about high-speed packet / point-to-point. That could be in megabytes rather than kilobits. Absolutely. That's true. Regarding today's topic question, what Icom's done to make this work using, Ethernet cable versus coax is phenomenally cool. Really is. So much can get to the antenna from the radio then. Not lossy. It's a brilliant idea. It really is. Let's see. I want to welcome back William. William, good to have you. Jacksonville's here. Hi, William. November 5, Echo Victor Victor. Listen to this. Sorry I'm late. I started setting up my shack and WSJTX and completely lost all time. Don't worry about it. It's good to have you back, buddy. Welcome back, William. Good to have you. Let's see. Kevin, and you guys talking about antennas, which is good. Ron in Canada, ham radio has too many rabbit holes when you get to the 2-meter digital stuff. Yeah, it can be funny. It really can. A lot of stuff going on. Really is a lot of stuff right now. William in Jacksonville, I'm interested in working as many bands and frequencies as possible. There you go. That's very cool. It's different than if you were, trying to work frequencies that, are just so way off there. Like, for example, the long wave bands, which are now called low frequencies or ultra low frequency, whatever. those are different than Super HF. Super HF is microwave. And man, you get up the SHF, totally different animal. I think it'd be kind of fun to try, for me at least. Anton says that Carlos also has a nice video. Look for making a 1090 megahertz COCO antenna for ADSB. You'll find it at that location. Thank you for the link, Anton. That's cool. That's really cool. Neat to be able to do that. It really is. You know, because we have so much going on in amateur radio right now. And with the new Icom radio and what it does, it's pretty phenomenal stuff. It really is. Welcome from Jeff there. Elmer Time is his YouTube channel. Alpha Delta 7 Lima November. Welcome back, Jeff. Happy hump day, buddy. Jenna from Georgia's here. Hi, Jenna. November 4, Juliet Echo Hotel. Welcome back. Nice to see you. All right, let's take a look here real quick. Let's see if we can help some folks up with the HemBytes segment. Today, HemBytes is powered by HemTest Online. It's a software that knows you. Today is Amateur Extra from them. Find them online at www.hemtestonline.com. Great group of people and 100% money-back guarantee if you fail the test. These are the Amateur Extra license questions here in the States, the top-level license for you. First question. What aspect of an analog slow scan television signal encodes the brightness of the picture? All right. So we're looking for the component that's in analog slow scan TV that helps to encode the brightness of the picture that's being sent. All right. The answer here is tone frequency. So if you see this picture on your extra exam, remember tone frequency has to do with the brightness control. Tone is brightness. Have that together and you'll have the answer correct, right? Next up, which of the following can cause shielded cables to radiate or receive interference? Now, this is interesting. If you have coax cable, right, and it's laying on the ground or, it's up on your roof or whatever, it can actually receive radio interference. It can also radiate it for a lack of good SWR to your antenna. That's what they do. So the way to fix this is to ground it. That's the best way to do it. Tying all ground connections to a common point, resulting in differential mode currents in the shield is the answer. Common mode currents on the shield and conductors. That's what it means. Same thing. But it's common mode currents on the shield and conductors cause the cable to radiate or receive interference. And what this means, let me reset this. Common mode currents on the shield would be like if you have a high SWR to your antenna, right? How does the coax get rid of the power? It radiates it as heat. That's why. So common mode currents in the shield and conductors is the right answer. We still ground it. All right, next question. What is the principle of a method of moments analysis? And this is regarding antennas. Okay, so method of moments analysis is when a wire is modeled as a series of segments, each having a uniform value of current. That's the principle of a method of moments analysis. Okay, a wire modeled as a series of segments. Think of it like a multi-band antenna, right? Each having a uniform value of current. You'll have it right. All right. What is the use for a Wilkinson divider? Okay, Wilkinson divider. All right. On this one, there are 4 really long-winded little answers there. Remember, this has to do with 50 ohm load. That's what it has to do with. It's the only answer that shows 50 ohm. It's the only one. It's used to divide power equally between two 50 ohm loads while maintaining 50 ohm input impedance is the answer. You would use this like if you're trying to build phased verticals, okay? You'd use a Wilkinson divider because you want to make sure you got 50 ohms. And something like this will help you. But on the test, remember, the use for one of these is regarding 50 ohm loads. Again, the only answer that shows you that. Only one. Next, and we will do this as an all-in. All right, everybody jump on in. We'll see if you got this one correct. Question, what happens when the level of a comparator's input signal crosses the threshold? Okay, so what happens when the level of a comparator's input signal crosses the threshold? Answer A, the feedback loop becomes unstable. B, the comparator changes its output state. C, the comparator enters latch up. Or D, the IC input can be damaged. This is a tough one. Again, looking for the level of the comparator's input signal as it crosses the threshold. A, B, C, or D. First one with the right answer gets the points. Good luck. Yep. Danbert, first in today. Good job, Danbert. By the way, I want to welcome you to the show. He has B, the comparator changes its output state. Look at that brilliance. Danbert, right away, bang, there it was. Nice job, man. Yep, it's B. The comparator changes its output state. That's what happens when the level of a comparator's input signal crosses the threshold. That's good. Anton in Holland also got that right. Thank you for coming. Let's see, Andy Kelly had B. Martin in Holland had B. Winan again with B. Look at this. Will in Central California, welcome to the show. He had D as well. Good. Ron in Canada with B, and William with D, Tony with B, and welcome. Acid Drop. Siobhan is here, I believe, still in Florida. There you are. Yep, in Florida. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. And Jeff, don't cross the streams. No! Yeah. There you go. All right, I think I got everybody together. And Jenna just says, be like a buzzing bee. Thank you, Jenna. All right. Next up, which of the following data are used by the APRS network to communicate station location? And this one's easy. Really simple. Okay, APRS uses something as simple as latitude and longitude to determine where you're at. That's what it is. And when you talk about this from the APRS network, that's what helps to locate your position on a map. That's how they can do it. So don't think too much. The four given: time and frequency, second one latitude and longitude, third one polar coordinates, and the fourth one radio direction finding spectrum analysis. Throw that out. Just throw that out. It's not that at all. What it is this has to do with latitude and longitude. That's all it is. And if you remember that, you'll have it right, okay? And this is something that can kind of throw people, because they look at it and they go, oh no, this is way too hard. No, just remember latitude and longitude. Simple, those two. Next, which of the following is a measure of the quality of an analog to digital converter? And you may be asking why. Why does it matter? The answer here has to do with total harmonic distortion. Now, that sounds weird, right? Which of the following is a measure of the quality of an analog to digital converter? Total harmonic distortion is the answer. It may sound weird because of those four that are available, right? You got total harmonic distortion, which is the right answer. Then you have reciprocal mixing, you have power factor, and you have peak envelope power, okay? On this one, the measure of the quality of an A to D converter has to do with total harmonic distortion and how it handles it. That's the answer. All right. Next, what is a characteristic of a monostable multi-vibrator? Oh boy. This is tough because, people don't know it. It's kind of can be tough, right? It's just one of those things. The answer here has to do with it switching. Remember that. Monostable multi-vibrator. If you look at the word multi-vibrator, you see motion, right? Motion. Now, the answer, it produces continuous square wave oscillating between 1 and 0? No. Next, it maintains a constant output voltage regardless of variation in the input voltage. Notice nothing's moving here. That's not it too. C, it stores 1 bit of data in either 0 or 1 state. That's not correct. Now go back to the movement one. Remember moving. It switches momentarily to the opposite binary state and then returns to its original state after set time. Therefore, it moves from one to the other. Answer it that way, you'll have it right. Remember, it switches momentarily to the opposite binary state and then it returns to its original state after a set time. Have that right, you'll get the answer right. Okay. Next, what characteristic of a PIN diode, PIN diode, makes it useful as an RF switch? All right. The answer for this one is low junction capacitance. Just low junction capacitance. Don't overthink these things. You can do this. And some of these questions are on the the general license too. So this is one of those that can be that way. Okay. Just the way it works. Next. And this talks about PIN diodes. Okay. While most semiconductor diodes rely on a PN junction, the PIN diode has a PIN configuration, thus the name, with an intrinsic undoped semiconductor region sandwiched between a P-type and N-type regions. Remember, some have positive electrons and some let go of it, right? PIN diodes are often used as switches and attenuators at RF frequencies. The PIN diode's low junction capacitance make them useful as RF switches. That's all it's about, right? We're getting kind of technical here. And most likely you're not going to use this stuff, but maybe you will. Okay, this is the last question. What are the distinguishing features of an elliptical filter? All right. Think of a notch. If you think of a sharp cutoff filter with a notch, sounds weird, right? But that's the answer. Remember, an elliptical filter has extremely sharp cutoff with one or more notches in the stop band. That's what it is. Extremely sharp cutoff, but it has one or more notches in the stop band. That's the answer, okay? HemTest Online sponsors our HemBite segment, Today Amateur Extra. You can find them online at www.hemtestonline.com. And if you don't pass the test here in the States, 100% money back guarantee. Thanks to them for sponsoring today's segment, HemBites. A very happy Wednesday. Wednesday night, folks in Europe and people that are west of the date line, a very happy Thursday to you there today. We're going to have some good guests coming. And I think we've had some folks talking about the topic question too. I don't want to miss that if I can do it. And let's see here, where are we at? I had a question that came up during that. I didn't have a chance to do it because in the middle of it, I'm kind of stuck. I thought it was from Colin, asking about comparators. They're part of an analog to digital converter. That's what they're part of. It's part of that analog to digital converter process. It's a very good question. Very, very good. I think we're caught up with everybody. I think we are. Don't forget today's topic question, by the way. Question today. Are you interested in working SHF frequencies? If you somehow, if I missed your comment and you've answered it, feel free, put it back on the screen. Sorry if I've missed it. Don't mean to. All right, today we're going to also talk about some folks that are coming. I may move this show with Carlos. I'm going to talk to him today and see if we can move to Friday. There's something I can do with my brother on Saturday at the same time, and I'd kind of like to do that with him. But we'll find out. Right now it's set for Saturday. This Saturday at 1900 UTC. Carlos, call sign Kilo Delta 9 Oscar Lima November. He jumps out of airplanes. He makes as many calls as he can on the way down, and he is an amazing mate. Join us, please. Saturday, 1900 UTC. And if this day and time changes, I'll be sure and let you know. Then on September 3rd, Gary Pierce joins us from Ham Radio Now. His call sign Kilo November 4 Alpha Quebec. I'm so excited to have Gary come join us, one of the original people doing ham radio content on YouTube. Then on September 9th, that's a Friday, 2300 UTC, that's 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. in the Eastern Time Zone, meet Hayden from Ham Radio DX from Down Under right here on YouTube. We're honored to have him. Ask him about the new 905, ask him about working VHF, UHF, and SHF, ask him about his YouTube channel. Please join us on that Friday show. That'll be fun having Hayden on. Then on Saturday, September the 10th at 1900 UTC, meet Brandon, Whiskey 1 Sierra India from HemTest Online to talk about how they can help you get licensed or license up. It's a fantastic program. And I hope you join us on the 10th if you're interested especially in licensing up. Then coming up on October 1st, a new guest, Brian Duddy. Yep, and this says Daddy. What it did was it auto-corrected me, sorry. Brian Duddy, call sign. You may not know who Brian is. His call sign is November 2, Bravo Tango Delta. Brian cleaned up on Parks on the Air this year on their awards, and he did an amazing job doing it. But here's the deal that most people didn't know. Brian is recently a general licensee, and Brian's done an amazing job. He's got Master of Europe, Master of North America, Master of South America, DXCC, and more. How did he do it? By the way, it wasn't using digital modes. It was single sideband work. Brian will be here talking about his amazing success Saturday, October 1st at 1900 UTC. We're very honored to have him join the show. That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. Honored to have Brian come because, honestly, when someone's new, they've had a year to work on frequencies and they do this much good, geez, DXCC, he's worked Europe, he's worked the States, he's worked, South America, and he's also done amazing Parks on the Air work. He was on Charlie's show. If you've missed last week's show with Red Summit RF with Charlie, watch that. He's got Brian as a guest, and it's phenomenal, the stuff that Brian talks about. Find that on Red Summit RF here on YouTube. Well worth a watch. Really is. Well worth it. Charlie, good job with that. Seriously, that stuff was really, really good. All right. I think we're caught up with everybody. And Aaron, thanks for the like button. That's very nice. Both you and Tony, you guys are looking out for me. That's very thoughtful. Thank you, guys. All right, and I want to apologize. I missed a segment in the last show that I felt really bad about. I always want to thank a viewer for watching the show. And I just blew it. My own mistake. The last show we did. And so I've kept it in the system. It was part of the show that we lost on Sunday. But I didn't want to lose saying thank you. So give me a moment just to say a big old howdy and a thank you to somebody who's here today to say thank you to him. I better play this song because otherwise they're going to give me a copyright top. Here we go. Let's go to Western Pennsylvania.
When along came
Whiskey 3, Mike Public. This song's so hard not to just let it go.
If you're going to win a muck-a-mack with me, you can ride.
Love Johnny Cash.
So I climbed into the cab and then I settled down inside.
Whiskey 3, Mike Papa Golf.
Me if I'd seen a road.
Rodney Bish, Jackson Center, Pennsylvania, and look what he's done.
I've traveled every road in this here land.
Yes, he has.
I've been everywhere, man.
This is a perfect song to play for him. Look what he's done. Master of North America, Master of Europe, Continents of the World, Grid Squares, DXCC, all 50 states, U.S. counties, and World Radio Friendship. Can we get a big old hello and a thank you to Rod for that? That's amazing. Jeez. Let's find out a little about him, okay? Just call him Rod. He loves doing Parks on the Air, helps pass time during COVID. His wife Bonnie is also a ham. Her call sign Whiskey 3 Delta X-Ray Echo. She's got an extra class license that she just got in March of 19. His current HF rigs are a Kenwood TS 890S. Oh man, it's my radio, man. Such a great radio. Also has a TS 590S and a TS 520S. Also a 2-meter 440 radio, a Kenwood dual band TM V71A. Man, he's done some good stuff. Look what he's done. Jeez. His mobile's equipped with a Yaesu 857D and an ATAS 120 screwdriver antenna. Another mobile equipped with a Kenwood TM281A, and his main antenna below is a rotatable dipole for 2, 6, 10, 15, 20, and 40 meters. Rod Bish, this is his shack. Take a look at this beautiful shack.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man.
I want to go to his house. Just play with radios. Here's his antenna. Take a look. There's his rotatable dipole. Whiskey 3 Mike Papa Golf. And you might wonder where he's at. Let's listen. Here is Haas, their head of security at station W3 MPG. Haas, nice work. Here's where he's at in the state of Pennsylvania. We'll let Johnny Cash take you home the rest of the way.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the deserts bare, man. I breathe the mountain air, man. I've traveled, I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere.
I want to thank Rodney, Whiskey 3 Mike Papa Golf. Rod, thank you for being a part of Ham Radio Live. It's always an honor and privilege to have you here. I mean that. You know what we got to the whole doggone song to? That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Gosh, I love that song. You know, he got something from all 50 states in that song. Plus, he got lots of stuff from Canada. Johnny Cash, I've Been Everywhere. Man, One song. All right, guys, don't forget today's topic question. It's something to hopefully help get you talking about the new Icom 905. It's going to be VHF, UHF, and super high frequency radio. Is it something that might interest you? Do you have an interest in working super high frequency? Let us know in the comment section and we'll make it part of today's show. All right. We've got a lot of stuff to the show today. Besides sharing a lot of your love and memories, we're also going to talk about a really special thing that happened last week. Now, at the first part of the solar storm, the tough part was actually getting the signal up to the space station and them hearing it. Things were really rough. The A index was sky high. There were radiation issues going on with the sun, and that signal may not have made it up to the ISS from Canada. But somehow, some way, patience and persistence paid off. Let's take a look as some wonderful children got their call with NA1SS.
NA1SS, this is VE3SWA for scheduled contact.
SWA, this is NA1SS, I copy.
I hear you loud and clear. Are you ready for questions?
Ready for questions.
Hello, my name is Ari. I'm 9 years old. How long does it take you, an astronaut, to get to space? Over.
Hi, Ari. Thank you for the question. It's amazing that just to get up into low Earth orbit, it only takes about 8.5 minutes. For us, it took another 17 hours to get to the space station, but the amazing thing is that it only takes 8.5 minutes to get into orbit. Over.
Hi, my name is Aria. How fast does rocket grow? Over.
Hey, Arya, thank you for the question. So it depends on where you want to go. In order to get into low Earth orbit, it takes about 17,500 miles per hour. But to leave Earth's orbit, and for example, to go to the moon, you have to get up to about 25,000 miles per hour. So that requires a bigger engine and a lot more fuel. Over.
Hi, my name is Evelyn. How does the spaceship not hit asteroids in space? Over.
Hey, Evelyn, it's a good question. Thankfully, most of the asteroids are on the other side of Mars, the orbit of Mars, and so we don't run into many asteroids here, or we don't encounter many asteroids here, but we do have to be worried about space trash or debris. And so we have friends on the ground that are tracking that, and if it looks like we might run into it, we will adjust our orbit to dodge that trash. Over.
Hi, my name is Avery. Is the sun yellow or white? Over.
Avery, the color is white, and as it comes through our atmosphere, it often changes the colors to our eyes, so that at dawn and at dusk particularly, it starts to look very red and orange, but the light coming from the sun is white. Over.
Hi, my name is Natalie. How do you sleep in space? Over.
Natalie, I sleep very well, and it kind of depends on the person. I like to just tie one part of the sleeping bag to the wall so the sleeping bag doesn't float away, but then I'll get into the sleeping bag and then free float to sleep, and then it feels like sleeping on a flat.
My name is Adria. Do you like the food here or in space better? Over.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to repeat that question. Over.
Hi, my name is Adria. Do you like the food here or in space better? Over.
Thanks, Adria. I like food in space is pretty good because you're eating it in space, but I really like the food on the ground, and I'm looking forward to a lot of favorite meals when I get back. Over.
Hello, my name is Eva. How do you stay happy in space? Over.
Thanks, Eva. I think being happy really just kind of depends on your attitude, and sometimes things can be tough up here, but I think we have to decide that we're going to have a positive attitude. That's very important. But we also stay happy by doing things that we enjoy, like looking out the window, looking back at the earth, and talking with our friends and family on the phone. Over.
Hi, my name is Blake. Do you miss your family? Over. Hi, my name is Mustafa. How do you go to the washroom in space? Over.
Mustafa, that's a good question, a very important one. We have a special toilet. It has two hose where the liquid waste goes, and then
Hi, my name is Legacy. Is there candy in space? Over.
I'm sorry, please repeat the question. Over.
My name is Legacy. Is there candy in space? Over.
And Legacy, there is candy in space. So I was able to ask for some of my favorite candy, and they sent it up in our food supplies. And so I'll eat just a little bit every day, but it's a good reminder of home. Over.
Hi, my name is Scott, BA3YKF. We just want to say goodbye to you and thank you for your contact today. And it was a pleasure speaking with you. And our kids here just want to say goodbye.
Okay, guys.
Thank you.
The students for the great questions. Best wishes for the International Space Station.
I'll never stand and clap, but that I will do. Wow. Sorry I had to see the fat part of me. You know, if you didn't like that, you're not alive. Seriously, because that's children. You see the little kid in the Buzz Lightyear costume? It was so cool. It was like these kids had a golden chance to work an astronaut. And the astronaut took his time to respond to each one individually. That was so cool because you don't know, first of all, you know those kids will probably never forget that. But you might get a kid or two that might have an interest in joining in amateur radio someday. It's just a great illustration of how powerful amateur radio is. Kudos to Canada for that great work, man. Seriously, that was phenomenally cool. And I want to thank Ron as well, Victor Alpha 3 Foxtrot Union Charlie, for getting the kids, helping them to read the cards and being a part of something so doggone special. Great job by the group up there in Canada for making something so special happen in the mind of some children and the ISS. Wow. That's awesome, Ron. Seriously, well done, mate. That is so cool. So cool. Thanks a lot for that. That's something I won't ever forget myself. I still remember the one from the Mary Hare School in the UK. Lloyd Farrington did a great job with their team. There's so much that has to go on. You know, you got to get contact with the space station, right? You got to keep contact. And there were times when they had Doppler fade and you could tell, but things were still good. The kids kept coming up. The ones that were shy did their best. And that little girl at the end, she was so shy. She wanted to say something, but you can just tell she couldn't. Legacy at the end. That was just awesome. Ron, again, thank you for that. That's some stuff I'll never forget, man. That's awesome, dude. Thank you. We got a topic question today. We're also going to take a look at a shortwave radio that might be fun for you, even in ham radio. Our topic question, are you interested in working the super high frequencies? Of course, this is because of the new Icom 905 radio. Robert Varner says the IC 905 is too rich for my blood. I'll pass on it. I don't know if they've come out with pricing yet for that. That's been confirmed. They haven't probably done that. We'll see. See if they have yet. Yeah. Dawn, November 5, Sierra Kilo Tango. Super high frequency depends on who else is there to talk to. Good point. I think the price of the radio will determine how many people deploy it and use it. For SHF to be widely adopted, there needs to be a killer app for it as well. Now, that's an interesting comment. That's a group of comments there from Don. Don, good work. November 5 Sierra Kilo Tango. That might be the comment of the show. Nice work. That's good. That's really good. Andre, very cool. The ISS contact, that will be in mind for a long time for those kids. 100% agree, Andre. That was so doggone cool. I'm so grateful, Ron, you sent that to me because that was just pure gold. Of all the things I can show here, I can show you radios. I can talk about different stuff that we do. But that moment was so special for a lot of people. Thank you again for that. Even Kevin in Iowa was impressed with that. Kilo Zero, Kilo Lima Bravo. Very cool. Great experience for the kids. I wish I could make a QSO with the ISS someday. You can, Kev. Just keep working at it. You'll get it. You'll get it. Yeah, you'll get it. Siobhan, definitely not interested in the 905. The idea of using super high frequency seems fun, but it's line of sight and just not that appealing. I understand. Thank you, Siobhan. And Avery noticed, of course, one of those kids is named Avery. Yeah. Of course. Well done, Avery. That's funny. That's funny. Let's see. Winan says, hi, name is Winan. How does HF work on HF? Winan, what am I going to do with you? I may have to put you back in the corner again. Don, years ago, I made contact with the space shuttle. Yep, I'm old. You did it. You did it. That's the best. Andre, by the way, the ISS APRS is digipeating is working again. Good news. Thanks, Andre. Comes from Germany. Thank you, Andre. And thank you for joining the show today. Aaron Lutz, Victor Echo 5 Lima Golf, his comment, new radios with new frequencies require people to step forward and jump in with both feet for them to grow and catch on. Otherwise, it's just withers and dies like 220 megahertz. That's really think about that comment. That's a good comment. I agree with him 100%. You've got to buy into it in order for it to work for everybody else. Wow. Aaron, seriously, nice comment there. Thank you. Yep. You have people who do a lot of monitoring, right? They'll do scanner function like on 440 or maybe they're on, 2 meters or whatever, and they're scanning, and they'll try and make call with someone. But that's so high up there that you might miss something, right? You'd have to have people working it. Nice comment. Really mean that. Here's our guy who goes on lots of field trips and works his radio hard. Anders from Norway, welcome. Lima Bravo 3, Bravo Juliet. It's always a pleasure to have you. Always a pleasure. That's just so cool. And Ron, again, thank you for the really fun video. That was really cool. Good evening to you, Rick, all the way, and I believe it is Norway, right? I think so. I hope so. I got it wrong. I didn't mean to. And there's our man we celebrate today, Whiskey 3 Mike Papa Golf. That's Rod in Western PA. Hi, Rod. Nice group of people today. Fun stuff. Let's see. I think we got everybody. And yeah, my goodness, agreed. Jeff in Portland, Alpha Delta 7, Lima, November. Thank you for that video and putting that together. 100% agree. That was so cool to see. Ron, this is Ron in Canada. Larry, would you like me to set up an interview with the president of your club to have a chat about the whole ISS stuff? Sure, if you'd like to. Absolutely. Just give him my information, my email. That would be fine. Love to have him on. We did that with Lloyd Farrington from the UK. That's always fun to do. Anders, Lima Bravo 3, Bravo Juliet. Yep, Larry, I think if they did this more around the world, more children will be more interested in the hobby. It would make a difference. Yeah, because, really, when you think about it, you got to get a group of children and you got to get them around the radio, right? And there's going to be a few of those kids who can go, that's pretty cool, especially if you're in the science, right? A great time to get kids involved. Anders, nice comment. Yeah. William says the Icom 905 is selling right now at over 8,000 euros. I'd have to see that. I have to see that confirmed. Haven't seen that yet. Let's see. Barry Wendon, welcome. Golf 6 Juliet Mike X-Ray. Good to have you. Welcome. Good evening to you there in the UK. Thanks, Barry, for coming to the show. Let's see. Don, I can think of a lot of radios I could spend it. Well, let's confirm this, guys. Let's confirm it. And I'll do that during the next segment because I have time to look. I have not seen anything confirmed yet as for priceless radio. First of all, it's being released out of Japan. It was shown first in Japan. Let's see. Let's confirm that. Because, the problem with this is that, like one guy says something and then another guy thinks it's right and then another guy thinks it's right. If it's not right, then it's bad information. Let's find out first, okay? Let's see. There you go. Yeah, look, it's probably a placeholder price because they don't have an actual price yet. Yeah, I mean, it just comes down to it. There is no price set for the radio yet. None. I checked before the show because I've got to, if I'm doing a topic question regarding this radio, I want to know. There is no price unless it happened during this showtime, but I didn't see anything. There's no price set for the radio yet. So we'll see what happens. The 9700 has been an amazing selling radio. Really has been. There's a lot of positive stuff that, right? You've got more power. You have a lot of power with that radio. This radio is going to be more QRP, okay? But still, I mean, SHF, and you've got the 2.5 gigahertz band. The 5.6 is there, and then you've got a way to hook up the 10 gig. It's just, it'll be cool, especially for people who are really smart that can build antennas. Boy, you can do some good stuff. All right, let's take a look at another thing. This is cool. The other day, Tom on our channel, Alpha 92 Golf Whiskey, showed us this great radio he was thinking about maybe purchasing. This is the Sony ICF 6800 Whiskey. It's a very phenomenal radio, and it has some pretty cool features. There's a gentleman who recently sold one on eBay, and he talks about the selectivity of this radio being variable. It's really cool. Let's take a look at this again. This is a Sony 6800. The one thing I don't think it has is a BFO to be able to demodulate into SSB. But some cool stuff for shortwave people. Let's look at the Icom IC6800W.
All right, folks, I'm going to be demonstrating today one of the best shortwave receivers ever produced. This one by Sony. It's the famous orange version ICF 6800W. This receiver is quite often seen on eBay and in the used markets these days, but often in terrible condition. This particular one is an excellent cosmetic and electrical shape. And I'm going to tune up in the 31 meter band and show you some of the incredible sensitivity and sound that this 6800W produces. So as you see, we're starting in 9410 with BBC. I'm going to tune up through 9445. This is late afternoon reception of All India Radio on 9445. The 6800W offers narrow and wide selectivity. They're quite good frequency ranges for selectivity positions. I can see this is a beautiful receiver. This particular one has a working reading light, and the scale adjustment is in perfect condition as well.
Those were the Bangla songs by Amitabh Chatterjee. This broadcast came to you from the General Overseas Service of All India Radio. Now is the time for a news. Please stand by. This is All India Radio. The news read by Nitya Franco. India has successfully test-fired indigenously developed intercontinental surface-to-surface nuclear-capable ballistic missile Agni-5 from Venus Island off Odisha coast yesterday. A three-stage and solid propellant missile, which has a strike range of over 5,000 kilometers and can carry a nuclear warhead of over 1 ton.
It is time for Scriptures for America Worldwide.
It's 9555, one of the Saudi Arabian frequencies. We're going to continue tuning 31 meters. Radio Marti 9565.
watching. Tonight I'm accompanied by new Foreign Secretary S. Jaishankar.
Listen to that sound.
We've now switched up
Sounds
to
beautiful.
11670 for another all-India radio frequency.
And the guy will go back and forth between. Radio seems to retail right about $800. Sorry, wrong. Sorry, guy. That retails, by the way. The radio there, 6800W. You'll find them anywhere between about $300 and $400 typically. Nice condition ones can sell for more, but it has to come with the box, all the documentation, and be pristine for it to sell for a ton more money. You'll see some of those at like $550. That's where they've been for a while. As a radio for shortwave, phenomenal. It's a great radio. It does not work for SSB, so you're not going to DX ham. You'll need something like the one behind me, the 2010. That will work on SSB for the ham frequencies if you want to DX that one. Good stuff with Tom, and he, by the way, passed on it because the doggone price got to be too expensive. Keep your money in your pocket, Tom. Absolutely. Yeah. Neat radio, though. It's fun. I've had one. It's big. It's really big. Would remind you kind of a boom box from the 80s. You remember the kind of like the big boom box with a cassette player and all the the CD? Yeah. It's kind of big, but it's fun. Neat radio with a lot of good sound to it, too. All right, guys. We have had a topic question today about if you're interested in working SHF. Some people are, but would like to find out if more people would get involved first, which I totally get. Some people kind of would say, no, I really am not on that side of the fence of amateur radio. Siobhan was on that side. I'm kind of the same way. And it's not anything, it's a radio. I think it's pretty cool that they're doing it. I think that the technical hurdles they had to overcome to make that radio work are really cool. I'm just not a short distance person. I'm a person that likes to work the long distance and make calls across the ocean and to other countries. That's just my fun. So for me, probably not, but for others that like to experiment and do some stuff with really high frequency stuff, really cool that they've come out with that one. Anyway, and people are talking about no 220. I thought I heard 220 in the video. Is it really that big of a deal, guys? That doesn't have 220 if it doesn't, right? Is that really such a big deal? I don't know. I think it's nitpicky, but you have a right to your own opinion, You do. Yeah. It's pretty cool what it does do. I think, we can spend a lot of time about what it does do. And that's pretty impressive. Especially the part with getting that signal to the antenna. That to me was a phenomenal idea. Oh, just use Ethernet cable. You'll keep the voltage up and you'll be able to keep that signal going all the way to the antenna. It's pretty sweet. Nice idea. It really is. So anyway, guys, I've enjoyed the show very much. Before we go, we've got to check with the Angry Hams upstairs and find out what they think of today's show. By the way, happy hump day to you, folks. Good to see you.
Another star in the tradition of the late, great Boris Klinger.
Boris Klinger? Why, you old fool. Boris Klinger was the worst music hall act to ever step onto the stage.
In your opinion, maybe, but more than 2,000 people attended his final performance.
Yes. Half of them brought the tar and the rest brought the feathers.
The Angry Hams. That's great. William says, it is a big deal when you have 220 repeaters.
No!
Okay. Well, then don't buy it. It's pretty simple. Don't buy it. I like it, but it doesn't have that frequency. Oh, well. His point is, Yaesu and Icom frequently ignore 220. I don't know. And like I said, they got 220 repeaters all over Dallas, dead quiet band. Don't have any 1.2, 3.5, or 10 gig repeaters. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I get the argument. But I guess I'm to the point where I'm saying, you know what? Celebrate what it does do. And it brings you radio frequencies you've never had before. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's not for me. Radio's not for me either. But not because it misses 220. Nah, not a big deal. Question 1. Happy Wednesday. What government department oversees amateur licensing in Canada? Is it A, the Federal Communication Control? Is it B, the Department of Communication? Is it C, Innovation, Science, and Economic Development Canada? Or is it D, Department of Radio Licensing? A, B, C, or D? Let's check your questions. Winan first in with the letter F. Winan, thank you for playing today. Aaron C, and he should know. Victor Echo 5, Lima Golf. See the Victor Echo. He's Canadian. He's got Innovation Science and Economic Development Canada, and North America got a point. Goodness sakes, it took forever. Good job, Aaron. Feeling better now as a North American today. Yep, it is. It's the Innovation Science and Economic Development Canada. Say it in one breath. That's hard. Winan in Africa got it as well. Wicked Loud One. I know, right? Barry Wendon with C. Ron with C. And Kevin and Robert Runner also with C. Well done. Yeah. All right, next question. Second of three, excuse me. Yeah, we're doing pop trivia too. All right, which circuit component is typically operated in its reverse breakdown region? Okay, so we're talking about a circuit component that typically operates in a reverse breakdown region of a circuit. Okay, is it A, a ceramic capacitor? Is it B, the field effect transistor? Is it C, an electrolytic capacitor? Or is it D, the good old world famous Zener diode?
That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia.
Yep. A, B, C, or D. Let us know what you think is typically found in the reverse breakdown region of a circuit. Good luck. Anders makes sure he doesn't miss. He's got A, B, C, and D. Thank you.
On with the show, this is it.
First one in from Western PA, Rod, Whiskey 3, Mike, Papa Golf with D, the Zener diode, and he's got it right. 2 for North America today. No way. That's like 2 in a row. We get a chance to clean sweep. Let me look at this real quick. If North America clean sweeps, it'd be 125 to 95. They'd be only down by 30. Yeah, it is a Zener diode. That's the correct answer. Also getting that, Tom in Bahrain, whining with A. Siobhan got the right answer. So did Ron. William had A, and he says, it's D. No! That's okay. Don't worry about it. Whining with D. Cliff Bolts with B. Robert Varner, B. And Barry in UK with D. Pop trivia final question of the show. Here you go. What's the biggest box office proceed movie ever? Okay, so we're talking about box office. We're not including, movie rentals or movie sales through the internet, like through, various suppliers. We're just talking about at the box office, okay? Was it A, Titanic, which came out in 1997? Was it B, Star Wars Episode 7, which came out in 2015? Was it C, Avatar, which came out in 2009? Or is it D, Avengers Endgame, which came out in 2019? I'll give you a hint. This is the top 4. The top 4 of the movie's overall grossing. So good luck to you. Yeah, good luck. See how it goes. William says, my fingers are faster than my brain when it comes to trivia time. That's awesome. All right, first up, we've got Ron in Canada with a great video send. Thank you again, Ron. That made the show. It really did. With A, Titanic from 97. You're close, but that's not the right answer, Ron. It's not it. All right. Winan thought it was Titanic as well. Siobhan thought it was as well. Cliff Bolts, he answers B, Star Wars Episode 7 from 2015, and that wasn't it. Believe it or not, that wasn't it. William has A for Titanic. That's not it. Rod, who breaks up a lot of these ties in this. We'll have like a whole bunch of people answer different ones, right? And then Rod will come out of nowhere and he'll get the answer. And he just did it again. It is Avatar. Well done, Rod. Wow. Seriously. Yeah, it's Avatar. 2019. Here's the numbers, okay? Avatar, and it's close. Look how close it is to Avengers Endgame. 2,847,397 and $339. Man, $2 billion. That's a lot of money. Holy cow. And then Avengers Endgame, $2.7 billion. Titanic, 2.2. Star Wars Episode 4 was 2.069. Amazing. Just to be even number 4, right? 2,069,521,700. That's a lot of dollars. Congratulations, Rod Bish, who again got the tie broken, and it is Avatar. Yep. Here they are. If you want to take a look real quick. Avatar, that's what it looked like when it came out. And here is, of course, Star Wars Episode 7. And then Titanic, we all have seen this movie poster, haven't we? And then, of course, Avengers Endgame with the Avengers crew on it. I like that. That's probably fun to do the pop trivia. For me, that's kind of the fun part of the show after doing the fun stuff with all of you. All right. I knew there wouldn't be probably time to do Discord today, but I do want to invite you. There's some really good DX on 17 meters today. Take a listen. 17 has got some great finds for DX. Don't be afraid to take a listen. In fact, we'll take a quick look at 17 briefly. Here's 17 from my neck of the woods, and this is beaming north and towards the west. Sorry, towards the east. Open up the filters. Sorry, hold on a second. I don't want to blow your ears out. Yeah. So some good DX. In fact, just before the show, I had a chance to work Hotel Bravo 9 Tango Whiskey Yankee, which was really a treat for me. I had not worked them yet, so that was kind of fun. It's neat. DX is my favorite. I'm one of those dorks that seriously, I am. I will sit there and I'll work for an hour to call one person. I'm dorky that way. There was a guy when I was at my last beach, and my last park on the air, it was a beach, and I was trying so hard. He was from Chile. He was on 17. Then he went to 20, and I'm like, I'm going to get him now at 20. And I couldn't work him. It was tough, but gosh, I sure wanted to work that call. It was really tough. But check out 17 today during the day and just before sunset. 17 will yield you some really good DX. All right, guys, I'm going to close the show. I've got a new sign-off for you today that's kind of cool. It actually comes from Australia, I think. Let me see. Hold on. Did I put that in? Just a second. Let me look. We want to get you into amateur radio. That's first and foremost. Contact someone like the Radio Society of Great Britain. They're good mates. They'll work really hard to help you to get your amateur radio license. If you don't have it, they're really good at getting you going. And they're really good to work with. If you have any questions, right? Worldwide, they can help you. www.rsgb.org. You can tell I'm looking for something here. And I am. I want to get that sign off because it's the last sign off of a station that is that's in Australia. And this is kind of cool because it comes from Brisbane. And so I thought, geez, I guess I didn't get in the system, so I'm going to put it now so I don't forget it. I'm sorry. It's too good. It's too good. It's a station that goes from music format, right, to racing. I mean, like horse racing and dog racing and all the other kind of, animal hooked up and running racing. It's just, I'm thinking to myself, how good would a radio station do just formatting that? Anyway, I hope you enjoy the sign-off. It is from Australia. It's one we've never done before, and I hope you enjoy it. My name's Larry. My call sign, Amateur Radio, is Kilo 7 Hotel November. It's been an honor to see you guys say a very happy Wednesday to you and your family, wherever you may be. God bless you all. Thanks for watching Ham Radio Live, and goodbye, everybody.
This is 4IP. From tomorrow, Australia's greatest race station, 4TAB, 10:08 a.m. With Wayne Wilson, Terry Sparker, Mike Maxworthy, Steve Cairns, and the entire race team you've relied on for decades. 4TAB, 10:08 a.m.
We'll probably get tagged for this. We'll get tagged because of that one chord you watch. That one chord nails you.
That were the Beatles and A Hard Day's Night. It's 30 seconds past midnight. And that's it for 4IP. 4IP will now close programming for today and just about forever, because in the morning we will reopen at 6 o'clock when your host will be Paul J. Turner, and you will have a brand new radio station. It'll be 4TAB. So I guess that's it. That's it from John Elliott too. Good night. I've enjoyed your company over the past couple of months, and I guess we'll run into each other down the road somewhere. Good night, and make sure you turn on to 4TAB in the morning.
This is 4IP. From tomorrow, Australia's greatest race station, 4TAB, 10:08 a.m.
You watch this thing get knocked because of copyright. They'll kill me on that because of the Hard Day's Night. All right, here's your funny commercial. Remember sitting on Saturday mornings and seeing this commercial.
What's this stuff? Some cereal. It's supposed to be good for you. Did you try it? I'm not going to try it. You try it. I'm not going to try it. Let's get Mikey. Yeah. He won't eat it. He hates everything. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
When you bring life home, don't tell the kids it's one of those nutritional cereals you've been trying to get them to eat. You're the only one who has to know.